Hi. It is technically, oh, my battery's running low. Okay. It is technically August 12th, but I haven't gone to bed yet, so let's call it August 11th. It was a great day. I went to the DMV. I was productive. I got my driver's license. I went to the meet and greet with my children. That was awesome. August 11th, today was my 10-year wedding anniversary, and I definitely wanted to talk about marriage and relationships and mental health and put it off until, what time is it? I don't even know what time it is. What is it, 11? No, 10:42? Oh, I still made it, actually. It's the 11th here. There's no one here with me right now, and I guess that's good. We'll watch it tomorrow. But I have anxiety doing this video because I fear speaking my most authentic, natural, just kind of letting it go truth could potentially cause strife in my life with my husband. That's just the God honest truth of it. So I kind of avoided it, and then I was like, I need to do this, and whatever happens, happens. So I met my husband in 2002 and was young and dumb and infatuated with him, and we all just fall so deeply in love we don't see things straight. And there are tons of things that you can read that I've written. You could watch the TD Jakes show on porn addiction or sex addiction and see some highlights of our rough times. But I got a private message in the Traumattire emails from someone who had just shared that they thought their mental illness was directly related to a relationship that this person had had, or several unhealthy relationships. And I think looking back, because I had not healed and addressed various traumas in my life up until getting married, I definitely was starting to handle situations a certain way. I was attracted to certain character traits or certain kinds of feelings or dynamics that I was used to, or that I thought gave me some kind of gratification or satisfaction or pleasure or fulfillment. And in turn, I married someone who, due to their own bunch of stuff, we didn't have the healthiest relationship. I spent the last year and a half learning a lot about mental illness. And as much as I'm afraid to say this for fear that he'll watch the video and I'll have some kind of, there'll be something, I married a narcissist. And he's just, all about him, textbook narcissist. And we had a very volatile, loud, unhealthy, controlling, emotionally abusive, physical, traumatic relationship. And it was hard. And I worked for a lot of years trying to make it work and keep him happy. About 5 years ago, I left, and we've been living separated for about 5 years. And I can confidently say that we're both in better places. I don't know if he would say that about me. He probably thinks I was better before, but I'm a lot more self-aware and a lot more. Am I more damaged? Absolutely. And he had a role in that, a substantial one. And I thought about that when I read that message from someone in the Traumattire thing, because I was like, sometimes we're in relationships and those nuances and the way someone talks to you, or the way someone triggers you, can definitely perpetuate some of the behaviors, and the fears, and then just, even when he's trying his best or when I'm trying my best, there's a lot of friction, and we don't know how to communicate well with each other. And my marriage is one of those, is the relationship that makes me wonder all the time, like, can you truly get past some trauma or betrayal? Can you truly, like, I could forgive. I have forgiven, and I understand, and I'm compassionate, and I have a lot of love for my husband. But can we actually get to a working direction, dynamic companionship that doesn't make him feel stifled, which he feels all the time with me, and makes me feel like I got to apologize for who I am and what I am. Like, I used to tell him when we were together, like, you just don't like me. And even now he swears he likes me, but there are a lot of things he wishes would be better and different. And I got to a point that I was like, if this isn't good enough, you should go somewhere else. And he kind of, I say resentment, he wouldn't say that, but it hurts him that he can't be the center of my world and my decisions. And I think he looks at me and gets frustrated because at one point that's how I rocked. And I was miserable. So all of that to say that, as wonderful as a day it was, there was a lot of noise in my head. And at one point in the evening, after speaking with him and realizing that as much as I have communicated very clearly how I wanted to see my future and how he could be a part of that in a way that made me feel safe and comfortable, he wasn't really, the whole time, he thought, nah, she'll change her mind, or she'll come around, or that doesn't make any sense, or he just doesn't. Anyway, it's been a hard day, an emotional day, a loud head day. And I guess that's the hard thing about being married. I very much believe in wedding vows and marriage vows and sticking it through. But my husband had long violated those vows, and I'd released him of that, released us both of that. I was like, do what you got to do. So I feel like it's a clean slate, and he's a better man. And I'm a more aware woman. But it still doesn't work. And the conflicts are so frequent that it just can't be healthy. And if it is healthy, or if I'm obligated because I'm a wife or because I'm married, I don't want that. And today is 10 years ago today, I got married. And we've probably fought every week in 10 years. He would not say that. He'd be like, what are you talking about? You're so dramatic. You're being... In 10 years, I can say almost every week there's been some kind of... Unless I've worked extraneously hard to keep him happy, and it shouldn't be that hard. So it's been an interesting day, and I think about Traumattire, and I'm grateful for my marriage, because whether it makes my husband comfortable or not, those traumas brought me here and created this wonderful thing that I'm very proud of. I'm very proud that I moved to Las Vegas, and I'm happy and I'm peaceful and I love it here. And I love the future possibilities of being on this side of the country. And he can't, every time I talk to him, it's like a rain cloud. So anyway, I share why it took me so long and why I was so anxious to talk to you guys. I kind of hope he doesn't watch, but he does watch on occasion. And I feel like I need to say sorry to him, and I'm not. Again, this is years, 10 years, a decade. I feel like I'm rambling. I wish it could work, but it just doesn't work. And I don't want to feel trauma with my love. Anyway, today we made $75 with the fundraiser. And I thank you to two of the ladies, are my coworkers from the nonprofit When I Serve People with Disabilities. And they're both amazing women who work really hard and who both genuinely get it. My one friend, she is a warrior mom. Her daughter's on the spectrum. And she doesn't have a lot of money, and she invested today in Traumattire and in my dreams, and I thank you so much. My sister on GP sent her $5. My former supervisor donated $25. And then my homegirl Laura, who dropped $500 2 months ago, who was waiting on clothes. Like, she's like, when am I getting my clothes? She donated $10. And I'm curious, and this is, I hope this isn't an attack on people or my followers, But I'm curious, there's like 320 people, no, 378 people following the page. They're about on average, again, I look at the numbers. On average, they're about 150 who are being reached every day, and there are about 50 who are watching. And out of people who have opened their wallets, it's only been people, well, that's not true. In the very beginning, I had some random couple of people. But I'm just curious, like, I thought the $5 fundraiser was a good idea. I thought it wasn't, much to ask. And I get it too, being like, I'll buy it when it's ready, but it's not my job to make your dream happen. I feel that too. But I guess I just want to open the dialogue, because if that's not a good marketing tool, then I should stop wasting my time. But talk to me, let me know what it is. And as much as I love my friends, I don't necessarily want them paying for this to happen. I'd rather them push social media. And thanks, Annie, one of the ladies, in addition to donating, tagged Traumattire, and she wrote a little blurb on her page and asked her people to check it out. So that was awesome. But yeah, so I'm just asking for some feedback. My girl, my sweet sister-in-law, Lucy, who I have yet to meet, but I will meet you because now I'm close. She's with me, my West Coast time people. I guess everyone on the East Coast is asleep, and thank God, because like I said, this was a hard one. But Lucy, thank you for your support, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Everyone else, check in with me later. Love you. Bye.